Alright, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and I've been going through a series of videos based on a document that one of my cohorts at Rankin has written, that being Mr. Brad Lutes, who wrote this Create a Bootstrap website. So far, our website pretty much looks like this. Mine says Scott, but that's the brand. We've got 3 menu options, and one of the menus has got a drop down. In this video, we're going to add some more stuff. We're still working on the top here, but we're going to add here a text box and a button rather. We do that in a form. All right. So we're going to add the code that you see right here in just a minute, and after we do, we're going to have this: a search box, for lack of better words, and a submit button. Afterwards, we're going to add a thing here that says programs and favorite sites, and the favorite sites will have YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Then a separator and my website. And that's probably going to be it for this particular video, but we'll see as we go on. All right. So again, this is the first thing that we want to do here. So I'm going to come down to the bottom of my unordered list, which is where I ended last time. Right there. And we're going to put in a form. And in that form, it will have a class that's equal to navbar form, and also navbar left and hidden extra small. So when it is extra small, we won't see it. Col MD3. So for medium-sized devices and above, it'll take 3 columns worth. And the role is equal to search. Now, we haven't really talked about the role. The role is basically set up, just so you're aware of that, it's literally set up for screen readers. So it's letting a screen reader know that indeed what would be there would be a, would be, in this case, it's going to be a search box. You usually, when you end up creating a form, someplace in there you're working with a form group. So we are here, input type equal text, class equal form control, placeholder equals search. I guess we want a capital S on there. And underneath that div, which is my class of form group, all right, so underneath that, we're going to have a button. The type is going to be equal to submit. The class is going to be equal to, anytime you have buttons in Bootstrap, BTN is where you start. BTN default, it's going to create what's called typically a ghost button. We'll look at it in just a minute. They have a name of submit. All right, so that'll end our form. And next our div, and that div ends our class of collapse navbar collapse. Now I did go and, believe it or not, even though I haven't mentioned this, I did go and try to find a way to make this smaller. And the only way I could find to do it was going in and changing some of the initialization files. I didn't want to do that. Okay, so here's what we just added. You'll notice that this is just there, that's highlighted text as soon as we put in something, and it doesn't go anywhere, and it's not submit, it's submit. All right, so that did everything. So when we ran it, that's what you saw. So the next step, underneath the form, we want to add the following content as is shown right there. I'm going to change this around a little bit. I'm actually going to go, so when you click it, it will go to YouTube or to Facebook or to Twitter. All right, just for something different. Okay, so it says underneath the form, add the following content. This will create an additional link and a drop-down list inside our nav, but it will be placed to the right. And that's because we're saying here nav bar right. Some tags will not fit on one line, but just keep typing as though they would. Okay, so I'm going to, like I said, make some changes to this. You can do this if you want to, you don't have to. So let's just take a look at what we've got here. And I guess I want to bring that down. There we go. Underneath the form, we have the following content. So I believe should be right there. UL class equal nav bar dash nav bar dash right. Okay. Let's put in our first LI here and then take a look at what we've got. A href equals, and we're not going to send it anywhere. Programs. Okay, so let's save this and take a look and see if indeed it did push that off to the right. Save all. Take a look. And there's our programs. Good. Okay, so far that worked. Now don't worry that it's way over to the right. It'll end up moving after we put some more CSS in it in a little bit. At least I believe it will. All right. So that's our first LI. Then LI class equal drop down. All right, and now we've got to put all this stuff in there. Whoops. And then we'll want to put in all of this stuff down here. But before we do that, let's stop for a second and take a look at what we have. Okay, so favorite sites. Right now there's no drop down because we haven't put anything in there yet, but it's coming all coming together. So again, in here we'll want another unordered list. We want the class equal to drop down menu. And we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 LIs in there. And as I mentioned, I'm going to change this around just a little bit from, try to show you right now. So I think if I go out, for example, if I go out to twitter.com, okay, there's Twitter, facebook.com, there's Facebook, what else was there? There's Twitter, there's Facebook, and YouTube. Okay, so I think that YouTube was last, but I think Facebook was first. All right, so bring in this, bring in this. There we go. All right, so the first one, href, I guess YouTube is first, equals okay, and that's it for that one, but I want to change that from this to actual YouTube site. So I can now close that one. Okay. This next, and the second one is going to be Facebook. And our last one is going to be Twitter. And I do believe that that's everything. On those. All right, so I still need the separator and the My website, but before we do that, let's do a file. Let's do a save all, and let's look again at our handiwork. Well, right now I'm missing something. Not sure what. Tell you what, I am going to cheat a little bit. I'm sorry about that, but I am going to grab these two things here. Okay. Let's again do our edit indent document trick. Should pretty that up a little bit. One more file, save all, and let's look one more time here. Something is goofed up right there. That's for sure. UL class equal nav, nav bar dash nav, nav bar dash right, li href. Nothing programs that actually worked okay, so that shouldn't be a problem. Li class is drop down. Ahref not going anywhere, class is drop down. Toggle, data toggle is drop down. Role is button. Area has pop-up equal true. Area expanded equal false. Favorite sites span. Class equal caret. End span. And my A, that all looks okay. Whoa. What is that? Okay. Let's do another edit indent. All right, so UL class equal drop down menu. LI, we went to the actual YouTube site. ALI, LI, we went to the actual Facebook site. This needed an LI also. Here's my ending LI. LI, rule is separator, class is divider. That should be okay. Ending LI. LI, href, go nowhere, my website, and with an LI. There's my ending UL. Now that actually does look correct. File, save all. All right, well, it's showing me YouTube, but it's showing me Facebook. Does this get me to YouTube? Yes, it does. Does this get me to Facebook? Yes, it does. So I've got YouTube and I've got Facebook, but one of these isn't working. So YouTube was working, Facebook was working. This one is not working. Href. Oh, I never put Twitter here. There's Twitter, which gets me to Twitter. And my website doesn't go anywhere. So it's looking pretty good as far as I can tell. All right, so let's see where that puts us in here. You saw all that stuff in here now, so I just did step 19. So in step 20, we are to go into our text editor, open up a new file and save it as style.css, where we will create an external style sheet. Let's do that, and then we'll finish up this particular, and we'll do the link in here, and then we'll finish this up. So going back into brackets, I'm going to File, New, and File, Save As, and I want to save this into CSS, and I want to call this style.css. Okay. All right. I'm going to go back here then to my, that's not where I want this. File, save as. Yeah, that's where it's supposed to be. Okay. Let's go back to this file. Let's go back up near the top of it and let's add our link. So we'll put it right under the link to, this will be, well, I'll say here, our own style sheet. And we're just going to copy everything that's up here. And paste that in. Well, that was interesting. So this one will be style.css. Okay. All right. So that brings us to step 22, and I'm going to do that in the next document. So I will be picking it up there in just a couple minutes.